Ugh. Yay, the Big Egg Brigade. Congrats on another orbit around the sun. See, I was 33. I was 33 years old, and I was like, I'm 33, and I'm playing Expedition 33. Now I'm 34. Now that now the playthrough has no meaning whatsoever. Hold on, guys. Let me just get my. But thank you. I appreciate it. It is my birthday today. And for me, for about like an hour and 10 more minutes, but I figured, we could do a little cast. Just a little one. Okay, hang on. My ears. No, not your game.
Happy birthday, Bunscree.
Thank you, Raid. So, this is probably going to be a more chill cast. I have created a list of side quests that I want to do before I beat the game and then get into the post game. As I have been explained to, I shouldn't be hardcore trying to, get to max level or do all the super bosses or anything until I have beaten the game. But there are a few things that I want to do before, heading to the final fight, which we'll probably do later on. Should have used the cake emote. All emotes are fine in the face of me. But yeah, let's see. It is as it ever was. Enemies abound, but we hold firm against those who would wreak havoc upon our home. I shall rekindle the flames of the Great Forge and cast our defenses anew. Use weapons? Of its sort, between the wrongs of deception and violence, we have chosen the lesser evil. We are well versed in methods of misdirection throughout the skillful application of sound. As you have surely seen with the bell we gifted our furry gestural friend oh so long ago. Perhaps some of our designs might be of use in your journey? Complete a quest. So, this quest that we need to complete right here. Oh my god, it tabbed out, said help. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna complete this quest right now. Which is we need to get an Eternal Ice Fragment, which is in a area that we haven't done yet. Perhaps we can help each other. I'm developing something that will greatly increase our chances of survival and will undoubtedly aid you in battle as well. I require one final ingredient, the Eternal Ice, a type of ice that never melts. We can find some not far from here, within the depths of the glacial mountains. Retrieve the Eternal Ice, and for a fair price, I will use it to augment your defenses. What say you? That's an enticing offer. I must warn you, the path to Frozen Hearts will not be easy. Many threats await you there. So I wish you good luck. Okay. And with that, we can go and we can do the Frozen Hearts dungeon. So let's go ahead, I can't return to the continent from here for some reason. That's interesting. Alright, I guess I'm booking it. Alright, let's go. Rain, do you need a recap of, what happened last time? In case you haven't, had the time to, sit and read, because it's a bit of a doozy. Verso's kind of in timeout right now. Just a little bit. Can I return a continent from this flag? Nope. That's weird. Sure. So, Verso, it turns out, has been lying to us the entire time. The Paintress has been doing what I thought she was doing, which is counting down to the end of the world. It turns out that the Paintress is part of a family of painters called the Descendre family. I'm not about to try and do the weird R thing that French people do when I'm full of mucus, because y'all don't deserve that. Also, I can fly. Flip, flip, flip. I love Esky. Esky is a national treasure, so no. Basically, they lost their son, named Verso. He died. And the only memento they have left of him is a canvas that he painted. Which is this canvas. We are in a painting. It's just basically revealed that in the real world, painters have this weird magic that allow them to create small universes in the canvases that they paint. So we're technically creations of a painter. But when they lost Verso, the family kind of spiraled a little bit. And the mom decided to go into the canvas and just kind of live in the canvas because it was the last thing of her son that she had. Well, I feel like that's already a little bit unhealthy, but on top of that, what she did, which is I think where everything kind of went to shit, is Verso, the Renoir we knew, and the Alicia we knew, were... she basically painted herself a fake family. Because, in her words, Renoir does not understand her grief. Fuck Clea, I guess. And, like, she can't even look at Alicia, I believe, was her explanation for that. She, like, literally just could not be around her real family. So she escaped into the world of this painting, painted a fake-ass family, and has been living with her fake-ass family, instead of, you know, taking care of her children and trying to deal with her grief in a productive way, like going to therapy, or literally anything but this. So Renoir got the real Renoir, not the painted Renoir, who is dead, by the way. We killed him, but, the real Renoir, obviously upset that his wife has decided to replace them. Renoir wanted me to get therapy, so I jumped into a painting and created a new one that'll enable me to. Therapy in this day and age? Yeah. So, the real Renoir was a little bit pissed that she basically abandoned her family and was using Verso's memento, obviously in the way Verso did not intend his memento to be used. So he came in here, tried to reason with her and get her out of the painting, and when that didn't work, the two of them started fighting. But they're basically gods in this world because painters, like, they literally can control the canvas. They can literally, like, Verso created this world when he was a child. That to put it in perspective, he was just able to create this world when he was a child. So adult painters, obviously, their fight got a little out of hand, as you can see, with the craters and shit everywhere. And the painting basically fractured during their fight, which explains why old Lumiere is over here and then part of it got blasted over there. They just fought. It's basically like two gods fighting, and the inhabitants basically suffered for that, I guess. Eventually their fight ended up in a stalemate. He managed to trap Eileen and she managed to trap him. But Renoir was still able to extend his influence out, and he decided if he can't force his wife to come out of the canvas, what he decided to do is he's just going to erase the canvas so there is no canvas for her to hide away into. That explains how you can use the Ferris wheel as a seafaring vessel. Yeah, it explains a lot of things. Magic and imagination. The power of imagination is a strong thing. Yeah, as I understand it, just because he was trapped, which she trapped him under the monolith, that's why she was sitting of it. You'll notice she's gone now. Oops. But, she basically trapped him, like, under that monolith, but she couldn't go anywhere. She basically stayed there. And so what he did was he started to exert his influence outward. So that way he could start erasing the canvas. And he started to hard focus on the creations that she made. Because the more he can take away the chroma, or the magic within the canvas that she created, and use it for himself, the stronger he'll get, the more she'll weaken, and the easier it'll be to force her out of the canvas, so that way he can destroy it, so she can step back into reality. So she didn't just come here and make a fake family, she made a copy of Lumiere in the canvas. And so that would explain why only the Lumiere people are gommaged. It's that he is erasing them slowly so he can gain their power, so that way he can get strong enough to, like, get her out of the canvas. And so she wasn't painting death. She wasn't the person who was killing everyone. She was painting a warning. She was saying, hey, my creations that are older than this he's taking them. And she was just doing her best to forestall that for as long as possible. So we basically went over there, kicked her ass, and that caused her to get jettisoned from the painting. But in so doing that, we set Renoir free, and he destroyed all of Lumiere. There are no more people. Humanity is dead except for us. So how did we escape? Well, it turns out that the Desandra family as a whole just is really bad with dealing with their grief, and they have been neglecting the member of their family that probably needed help the most, and that's Alicia. Now, Alicia, we found out why she looks the way she looks. Verso died in a fire, and Alicia, she was manipulated by some cult. They're, like, called the Cult of the Writers. They took advantage of her so that way they could, I don't know, get into the Desandra family house, and then they decided to set the house on fire with her in it. And Verso went into the fire and saved her, but he died in the process of saving her. So she is super disfigured from this fire. She's lost her voice, she's lost one of her eyes. You know, she's basically dealing with the things that a burn victim survivor would have to deal with. Mommy has decided that she can't even look, like, she's just flat rejected her. And Dad has decided, instead of making sure his family's okay, he's coming into this canvas to fight with his wife, which left Alicia with her older sister named Clea. And Clea is just done with all of this shit. She's pissed off because, like, she kind of wishes that her sister died in the fire instead of Verso because of, I don't know, favoritism or whatever. And she went, well, Mom and Dad are fighting because Verso died. It's your fault that Verso died. So, you need to go into the canvas and you need to fix their marriage. I don't know exactly. You need to go in there and you need to help your dad get Mom out of the canvas because it's your fault. And it's like, and I just, like, it's like, you want to help out, you do that, otherwise I can't, like, I don't have the time to babysit you or any of this, fuck all of you. So Alicia, obviously feeling like it is my fault because, you know, she's a teenager, and, I have many things I could say about Clea, but we're not gonna get into it again. She's like, okay, she is right, it's my fault. So she tries to go into the canvas to try and, help fix things. So where's the part where you cope that since everyone's just chroma given form, they just paint another Gustav? I'll get into why I don't think that's going to be the case. And I'm also going to get into why I think I'm probably going to hate this ending. So Alicia goes into the canvas. And Eileen, I don't know if she did it purposefully or not. I'm not sure how much control she had over this. But the second Alicia came into the canvas, Eileen turned her into one of her creations. Like, she basically painted over her own daughter and made her go, basically reincarnated her into a painted creation. And that is Mael. So Mael has lived 16 years. She states that she literally, time passes differently in the real world. Years can feel like a blink of an eye in the canvas. But for her, she has two childhoods now. She has a childhood where she grew up in the Desandra family as a paintress. And then she has the 16 years that she has lived in this canvas with her new family, with the expeditioners and everything. Yeah, we are talking spoilers. I'm catching Rain up to what happened in the story. So when we got rid of the paintress, when we kicked Eileen out of the canvas, and Dad came over and gomaged everyone, like, including Luna and Ciel, by the way. Verso, I guess, didn't get gomaged because he wanted to apologize to the painting that looks like his son. Good thing I'll forget about it when I get to play this. Basically, Mael gets gomaged, but since she's a paintress, all that does is it helps her to remember that she's Alicia. And so she talks to Verso, and she's like, don't worry, I'll talk to Dad, he'll put everybody back. It's just that easy, he'll just fix it. Because surely, if he knows how much these people mean to me, he'll fucking fix it. So she goes to her dad, and is like, Dad, can you, like, please just fix the canvas, and we just hide it? So that way, you know, we don't have to blow it up. And Dad is like, no, you need to go home, and then we're destroying this canvas. Like, I'm not going to lose the rest of my family, because, you know, they can't cope without this thing. And so, Mael, who is now Alicia, she basically finds Luna and Ciel's chroma before she leaves, and then she takes Verso and Minoko, and she runs away, and she manages to recreate them, because they haven't, like, faded into nothing yet. And, it turns out Verso knew this was going to happen. And he's just tired. Eileen has basically made it to where he's, like, he can live forever or whatever, and he just wants to die. Like, that's literally his thing, and he doesn't care if he, like, blows up the entire canvas to do it. Luna is obviously upset. Ciel is like, you know, I don't like it. I'm mad, but, you know, what's done is done. All that's left now is to try and fix it. And so what we've done is she's gone around to all of the expeditioners' bodies.
Hang on tight.
And she's revived an army of undead expeditioners. And the last thing we need to do is go back to Lumiere to try and force her father out of the canvas. So that's the plan. I had a lot to unpack, but that sure is where we are. With the themes of death and acceptance and stuff, I get the feeling this isn't going to end in a way, it's not gonna have a happy ending, I don't think. Bittersweet, maybe. I think my biggest worry is I think they're gonna go the way of Dawntrail and go, well, it doesn't matter about the painted people. They're not real, so who gives a shit? I think if they downplay the people in the canvas, that's going to fall into a really big pitfall that I see a lot of stories go into nowadays, where it's like, just let it be the genocide of a world. Like let that be the reality. I feel like too many games nowadays are scared to just write tragedies, and so I worry that what they're going to do is they're going to paint this as, if we save the canvas, oh well, that's bad because, you know, the family can't move on, and that they're going to paint an ending where we destroy the canvas as the good one if there are multiple endings. I don't know if it's going to be like Nier, where we're going to get a bad ending and then we have to go through the game again to get a good ending. I really hope that's not how this works, because I really want to start Jack-o'-lanterns in June, and it's the 28th, and I don't know if I have the time to go through this game again in its entirety. I just hope Minoko's happy. He can't be happy if he's dead. He won't be anything if he's dead. But I feel like with the themes of grief and like trying to let go and trying to move on, quote unquote, for those who come after. Like that's literally like the motto of this. I feel like the endings have a very dangerous chance of being extremely unsatisfying. And I really hope that they don't go the Dawntrail route of making it feel like, oh, it's okay, that it's good that we destroyed this entire world, because I can understand if they try to downplay the people in this world. I could understand if they try to do that, because it's easier. It's easier to paint a morally correct choice if you're like, well, these people aren't real, so they don't matter. But, like, I feel like you have a very interesting opportunity in the narrative to make it be like, it doesn't really matter if the people here are real or not. This is technically the memento, the only memento they have of a deceased family member. And I guess we'll go ahead and continue, because I think that I can, like, recount my own childhood a little bit better. They're real to me. She says that. She says, you are real, at least to me, you are, is what Miles says. But I like to liken this
Brings
to...
back memories.
Oh?
Why?
We lived on this mountain together for some time.
Romantic.
Romantic. So, when my father died, he left me and my sister 2 pianos. And mine, I'm not sure, I don't really know the details of my sister's piano because I never played it. But he left me a 1920s Steinway. It's a baby grand piano. And we don't have the room for it. So I have been helping my mom pay the rent on a storage unit for that piano since I turned 18 years old, because I don't want to part with it. My sister has sold her piano, if I'm remembering correctly. She might have sold it, or she might, either that or she is definitely planning on selling it once she finds a buyer. And here's the thing, when my sister died, she was 3 years old. Or when my sister died, when my dad died, she was 3 years old. I'm not gonna sit here and, like, this isn't like a competition. His loss definitely affected her a lot. I'm not gonna sit here and argue that. Definitely not. However, he died for me whenever I was 9 years old. And so I do have a lot of core childhood memories revolving around my father. And my sister, she... Oh, hang on, let me talk to this gestural. Oh?
Kawa aminanina keso. Kimasa no borolino fiso.
Remember those stalactites, Monaco? Aren't they terrifying?
That's funny. But yeah, so obviously I have a lot more sentiment to the things that my dad left me. So I can fully understand my sister wanting to sell her piano. It is her piano. She can do what she wants with it.
Nice.
But she told me once, she goes, well, I just don't understand why you're putting so much money into keeping it in storage, because it is very expensive to keep that piano in storage. My mom is helping me pay for it because she knows how much that piano means to me. Like, my mom puts money in to help me keep that piano until we can find a place for it. But my sister doesn't understand. Like, she's like, it's just a piano. And you're spending so much money that, you know, obviously I don't come from much. It is an expense that I pay. And I understand why she feels like I should be using that money, you know, for me. And I appreciate that side of things because she is just looking out for me. She doesn't want me to go into debt or something over this piano.
A storm is coming.
However, for me, it's not just the piano. It's, you know, the memories that the piano gives me. It's
Ready.
It's like, it's more than what it physically is. Like, I have core memories of him playing that piano. I myself played that piano. Before we had to put it in storage, I even learned to play a little bit on that piano. I learned to play several songs on it. And so
Your turn to shine.
I understand that she doesn't get why I keep it. And I'm not going to, like, try and make her understand why, you know, I want to keep it. Hang on, I need to count these. So I need 2. So I could go 1, 2, mayhem. Got it. But it's a sentiment that I definitely understand that she can't understand. And my point in talking about this and talking about how they have an opportunity with this game to really explore this, that to people who don't see the thing in the same way, like perhaps like the canvas in this situation is the equivalent to me, like the piano that I have for my dad. Like, for the canvas is to them as that piano is to me, if that makes sense. I always get so nervous when I talk about, like, belated family things, because I don't want people to be like, oh my god, Nighty, I'm so sorry your dad's gone. Guys, I'm in my 30s. I'm okay.
Brace yourselves.
Hang on. Ah. Oh, these things hit. I was going to here.
Let the ink flow.
Nadia's made dad jokes before, she'll do it again. But yeah, what I was trying to say is they have an opportunity here to, like, really explore the world. Because at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of the argument over, like, you know, who's in the right, because obviously they're trying to make the DeSandra family sympathetic. They've lost their son, and they are all grieving and are all horribly unable to deal with their grief, like, you know, in a healthy way. And they have this opportunity here to, like, kind of sort of dismiss this question, because I feel like how you're going to take how this ending goes is there's gonna be like a lot of people who are gonna go, it's just a canvas. Like, the family is more important. There's gonna be people who take that stance. There are gonna be people who are like, I don't give a shit if it's just a canvas. I went through this journey with, like, these people, and so I care about them a lot. So I don't give a fuck what's going on with this family. We're keeping this canvas. I feel like there's probably going to be a lot of discourse over it, because it's the Westworld dilemma. It's the Dawn Trail problem, as I like to call it, where there are going to be people who try to justify the Dissandras by saying, it's just a canvas. It's just a picture. And I feel like there's probably going to be people who are going to see the journey that we took with Expedition 33 as super important, and they're going to go, it's not just a canvas. It's like, if it's just a canvas, then what was the point of the whole expedition? And that's something that I'm, like, wrestling with and struggling with, because the themes of death and letting go and stuff, I don't have faith they're not going to drop the ball on this unless they have somebody who has dealt very heavily with grief. Like, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but the more I hear them talking, because as you brought it up, like, CL's already talked about that. It's like, I can get my husband back. Like, it doesn't matter if he's dead. He can come back. And, like, that's the whole thing that Verso did. Was Eileen was just able to come in and make another Verso. Even though it's not her Verso. You know what I mean? And I just... I really worry about, like, how this goes. Hold on.
I'll do it.
Okay, there we go. Jesus, really? Okay. I don't have anything. This is fine. Oh, she is not gonna die. That sucks. Oh, she did die. Cool. I'm sorry?
You.
Woohoo! Oh.
The elements dance.
Actually, I'll do one more, just because I don't trust this thing to not be... Jesus Christ. Ah! Oh, thank God it's dead. But the reason why I feel like it's not going to be able to be resolved in a way where the canvas stays and keeps the message of it, it's literally what CL said.
That stuff.
Alicia's a paintress. We have a paintress that cares about this canvas and, you know, wants to bring everybody back. And that's just not how life works. That's not how this story is set up. If we can just bring Gustav back, as much as I wish that we could, I kind of have accepted that they're not going to do that for me, because we can't have nice things. Oh, of course Mael is higher level. I was going to swap, because Luna's not very good here. Luna's not, Let's bring in Mael, CL, and Minoko. And then I'll just scream, it's fine. But if she can just bring everybody back, that kind of goes against the moral of the story, which is accepting that the people who are gone can't come back. And so that's why I'm a little scared about the ending, is because they put themselves in a corner where I think they're probably going to have to paint. The resolution of this is we're going to have to get rid of the canvas. Like, Eileen can't function. Eileen literally can't function with the canvas existing, and it's just really rough.
Prepare for annihilation.
Because, like, oh, it counterattacked. I didn't realize it was gonna do that. That's fine.
No more tricks.
Woohoo! Sorry, this guy's making me.
Yes.
It's like, I actually have to pay attention. That's crazy.
Eyes up, Minoko.
Oh, I have a shield. Lol. And I think that my issue with how this is being set up is that, for me, if I look at this as a memento, like a memento of their deceased loved one, I feel like they're going to miss a very interesting opportunity to just they're gonna miss an opportunity to go over, like, grief in a way that feels satisfying and understands both points. Because if they do take that approach, that would be like, I don't know, if my dad died and he left me this piano and my mom decided to lock herself in a room with my dad's piano, and my brother deciding that we had to get rid of the piano because mom can't cope without the piano, and so, like, we had to get rid of the memento. And the problem with that is that's not fair to the other people who care about the memento, you know what I mean? Like, just because mama can't fucking cope, like, go to therapy. And so I worry that what's gonna happen is they're really going to, they might, if they destroy the canvas, that's just more that Alicia is going to have to suffer. Like, her mom has already basically abandoned her and then brainwashed her into living a whole other life in this canvas. That's gonna be traumatic for her no matter what. Like, I feel like I can't even begin to equate how that's going to feel.
Eyes up, Minoko.
Stop counterattacking. I'm trying to make a point.
It likes you.
Oh! Jeez, the enemies here are, like, still super strong. He'll probably die, even if I'm in defensive stance, but why not?
You can't escape. Okay.
Oh my god, he killed Bael. Oh my god. Hi, bitch. Bael just died. Oh, this place is kicking. You know what? I have a bunch of grandiose Let me upgrade my weapons. Before we do this, let's upgrade our weapons a little bit, because, oof, I'm not doing enough frickin' damage. Also, this is such a nice quality of life situation. Okay, and then I want... Oh, I ran out. Because I know for a fact that Chadian and... I'm keeping Chadian and Medallum. They're too good. Oh, wait. Is Medallum... oh my god. I don't know why. I thought it was way higher than that. Well, now I feel stupid. Oh no. My catalysts. Wait, no. Hold on. Hold on. Before I get into this, let me go back a little bit. Oh god, how far is this? How far back is this? Oh, okay, good. I just killed this. Alright, good. I was gonna say, oh no. Okay, no, so let's level up. Let's level up Aiel's weapon a little bit more, because CL is just support. She doesn't need that many levels. Upgrade weapons, and let's go to Miles Medallum, and let's 3, 4, 5. No, 25. There we go, that's what I want. And then we can go here. We'll do that. And then I don't really know if I'm keeping these. Chunk updates from each level. I was gonna say she needs to be doing better than that. But yeah, I don't know. I worry that they're gonna do the narrative thing that some people do, where they really want people to see their point of view, which is something that I feel, you know, it's a pitfall of a lot of writing nowadays, where they just don't like outcomes to just have stakes. Like they like where writers will portray something as objectively bad, and like the right choice being objectively the ending that they have come up with as objectively good. And I feel like it's impossible for them to keep the core message of their story, which is the dead are gone, they don't come back, and also keep the canvas. That's kind of sort of where I'm at with it, and I'm a little bitter about it. Oh, there we go. That's what I want to see. Look at my frickin' go. Oh, wait, shit. No. There we go. Wait. Wait. Let's take out Luna for Verso, so he can get some levels. And for me, I feel like that would be a little bit disappointing, just because, you know, I feel like they would have, if they hadn't, like, you know, like, they could have just made her not a painter or a paintress or whatever. Like, she doesn't have the power to do anything, and we could have had this situation where, like, we could have had the story go in a direction where she just wants to keep what's left of this memento, and for her parents to fucking figure it out. But since she's a paintress, it's like, no, it's like she can just put everyone back. It's like, we can get Gustav back, we can get everybody back. And that's gonna defeat the purpose of this narrative if, you know, she's just able to magically apparate everybody back. Like, the people of Lumiere, I could understand, because they didn't die. Technically, they were apparated in a blizzard of petals, and we got CL and Lune back. So arguably everybody who just gommaged could possibly be put back, but since she's a paintress, no, she can literally rewrite this world the way she wants. And so I feel like I'm just worried. Yeah, you're scared that the game will have been so good so far and they will drop the ball on the ending. I think whether or not they drop the ball on the ending, yes, I worry, because I feel like this game is so sophisticated in its storytelling that I have faith that they're going to drive home with the narrative that they have set up. I don't think that this narrative has been set up lackadaisically. This is a very deep narrative, and I respect the narrative for what it is. I also feel like even if the ending, I don't like it, I can still, I can still love the game for what it is, but I do hate that a lot of the times for me, endings in these, like, games fall short because they write themselves into a corner in an unsatisfying way, and I feel like a lot of narratives have done that for me lately, and it really bothers me that this is probably going to, they're probably going to drop the ball on the ending for me.
Thibaut, Expedition 51. Shortly after dawn, death was a kindness, for Maxim was in a great deal of pain. Pain we could not help him carry. Tomorrow comes, and it comes for us all. May it bring you the gift of peace, and not just the gift of sorrow. No one else will ever understand. Not the way my fellow expeditioners understand. Maxim, Clement, Fabienne, William, Carla. We're bound by something deeper than blood or love. There is a shared unity, a shared trust, born from all we've been through. We carry each other's lives in our hands. There is no greater intimacy. I'm no longer lost. I know exactly who I am now, and exactly what I'm capable of. Life is not easy. Life was never easy. But we have each other, and that makes all the difference.
This game is so good. I think that that's like, if I'm disappointed in the ending, I think that that's just tantamount to like how much this game has made me feel. It has made me feel something that I'm literally agonizing over the ending disappointing me because the rest of the game hasn't. I think that this game has done something very beautiful, and it's made me feel a lot of things about a narrative. Not a lot of games have, you know, been able to do that for me in recent memory. Whether they drop the ball in the ending or not, I think is of no consequence to, like, the enjoyment I have had on this adventure.
Let's carve a path.
Nadia's feeling feels, and that's illegal. Yeah, pretty much. How dare you make me feel my feelings. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody. Oh, that's just a chasm. Okay. But yeah, I feel like we'll see. Because I feel like it's definitely not going to be like Dawntrail, where I felt like the writing in Dawntrail, not going to get into it, was a little rough at best. And so that made me not liking the ending. That was just like the rotten cherry on the top of my shit sundae. This is more like if they made like a perfect cake, but if the ending is bad, that would be like the dark chocolate ganache, or the, like, you know, the little accent that they put on it being just a little too bitter for me. But like, that doesn't mean the rest of the cake is good. Just take the frickin', just take that shit off. Don't eat it. The game has been so fantastic so far that even if they drop the ball on the ending, I don't care. I feel like I'm coming to terms with it now, so that way I can... I'm just gonna, fuck it, let's torch it. Let's see what he can do. Verso deals double damage this turn. Oh, I love that they announced that.
Maximum damage.
I love that they had just announced that he also plays double damage. Because Verso's turn doesn't necessarily have to come at this point.
You're
Jesus,
shocked?
I should have just shot. Fuck. I'm somehow still alive.
I'm ready.
It was a great cake. It was a great tres leches cake, but I'm lactose intolerant and I didn't take my Lactaid. Fantastic. Enjoyed it. But at the end there, I might have gone through something in my bathroom.
Interesting.
But I don't regret eating it. I think that's the perfect analogy if they managed to drop the ball on the ending. 1000%. Are those poppies on the ground? I don't know. I was like, there's a lot of just snow, but you're right. It's like, why are there fire monsters in my ice level?
Prepare for annihilation.
It's crazy
Well, that
what a
will
little
help.
bit of upgrading did. Jesus. Oh. Hold on. How do I get there? Yeah, I think those are poppy flowers. You're right. Run, Verso, run. So if this was made to remember, why are there monsters around? So, I think I've actually figured all of that out. I'm pretty sure Clea made the Nevrons. Because... Sorry, hold on. I'll talk about this in a second. Oh, there's a door. Oh, fuck. Hang on, I need to sneak up on this thing. Got it. It is a chromatic. I was gonna say that thing's too big.
Not today.
Woo. Fucking shit. I forgot what Blighted does. I think it lowers my max health, question mark? It's 765 in intervention. Actually, what I'll probably do is... Oh, I can't. I was going to 765. I can't really use Fortune's Fury here, unfortunately. Because she heals too fast. No, marking card.
No more tricks.
This might take me a fat second anyway. Because I'm gonna have to Mezzo Forte here. Now I can probably power her up. After this, six. Oh, it's weak to lightning.
Ready to strike.
Not even caring. Gimme. Gimme damage. I was hoping that would give me a gradient. But okay, I'll go over the Clan Made the Nevrons thing in a second. Okay, so I just can't. Okay, asshole, what the fuck? Alright, bro, you didn't have to do me like that. You know. Card Weaver's a sun. No, I guess I'll do damage. Does she not have Painted Power on? Oh shit. I don't think she has Painted Power on. She capped it. All nines. Oops. I did reset her chromas because I was leveling a Picto. Ugh, that sucks. Fuck. I can't use... I need to get to Stendhal. How many do I have? 6. So that'll take me down to 1. Oh, wait. Will I get... No, I won't. I was gonna say, I'll only get 1, right? I was hoping that I would get an extra... I need to put the energizing turn on everybody, because holy shit. I'm not getting my AP back fast enough for a lot of these strats. I guess I'll Burning Canvas him, sure.
Void takes everything.
I mid. Don't look at me.
Not impressed.
Oh, he's dead. He got a stack of Immaculate. I'm dead.
Mael.
Oh my god, he's delaying his strikes, that fucker. Oh. Sir. I think I have Revive Paradox on... I think I have Revive Paradox on What's-His-Face. Oh. Oops. Shit. I think he has...
Did I die again?
Yeah, he does have Revival Paradox on. I was gonna say, please have Revive Paradox on. They need to all have Revive Paradox on. I'm putting that on What's-Her-Face. Don't do that to me right now. I'm sorry, what? I'm dead. Okay, it's fine, I died. I was very slowly putting the freaking gummies into my face.
Just try it.
Yeah, I can attack.
Ready to strike. strike.
I'll attack and res CL because she also has Revive Paradox. I can do this actually. Let's do that. And then items. Revive Tint on CL.
Let's go again.
Let's go again. Oh my god!
Get up!
I was smart. I put Revive Paradox on everybody. I actually was smart here. Oh shit. Oh my god. Kill me. He did, but fuck. This thing is kicking my ass. I should have waited on the gradient attack. I should have just healed CL.
I'm
Okay. Let's intervention. And then I wonder what a stanceless Stendhal will do. Turns for days. Nothing, apparently. Jesus Christ.
Watch out. Ready to strike.
I wonder what his
I think
big
I'll
single
improvise.
target S move is, because I kind of need that. Not that I'm at S, it doesn't matter. For the gradient. Okay. That's the strongest move I have.
On me.
God. That delayed shit is so awful.
I've lived through worse. Last ditch effort.
This might kill if I'm lucky. I was not, in fact, lucky.
You can't escape. Void, take everything.
Oh. That took way too long. Fucking revival paradox. Oh look, I got a new picto. I guess CL's here, so. I was leveling pro retreat. We can put energizing burn. Plus 1 AP on applying burn. That's going straight on Mile. But okay. But yeah, so the Nevrons I think are Klea's creation. Ooh.
Peaceful.
Clea, don't pull your sister's hair. Music record is added to... Well, I was gonna say Clea's room, huh? So this is her room, probably. And yeah, she's got the Nevrons everywhere. Alright, so that just confirms it. So the reason why I thought that it was Clea is because we've talked to a lot of different Versos, or like Verso's ego in the canvas. Yeah, Alicia she played the harp, so, and we just got a music record that says, Clea, don't pull your sister's hair, and it's a studio with probably her harp and like a bunch of Nevrons being painted everywhere, so I'm glad we brought this up. But the reason why I thought that is when you talk to him, one of the good Nevrons says their mistress painted them, but whenever they talk about the paintress, it doesn't sound like their mistress. And so Gustav, he had a theory that there was maybe a lieutenant that could paint as well. So I had already had it in my mind that there was going to be more than one paintress. On top of that, Verso talks about his sister. His sister is creating creatures that are destroying, are just basically like destroying his world. It's like, why is she making these monsters that are killing people, that are hurting people? That's not what I want. That's not what this canvas is meant to be. And whenever we managed to talk to a little bit of Clea's essence, it's like, I did it for you, for the world that we made together. And Clea's literally, we've talked to Clea in the real world, and she's literally done with the whole thing. She wants this place destroyed as quick as possible, so it can get swept under the rug, so she doesn't have to think about it anymore. She's kind of taken like a cold, distant, uncaring, rip it off like a band-aid, just blow everything up approach, because it's very obvious that she cared about Verso the most in her family. Not the most out of everybody, but out of all of her family members. It feels like Clea has been shown to have been attached to Verso more than Alicia and more than the rest of her family. Like, she literally does not care that her mom is grieving. She's like, I say let her, if she wants to drown in her grief, let her do whatever the fuck she wants. I don't care. And so her approach is Renoir's approach. It's just a little bit more meticulous. He knows forcing Eileen out of the canvas is impossible for her. She's not as strong as her mother. Their mother is the strongest painter in their family. And so what she's done is she created the Nevron specifically to kill her creations. And whenever she kills her creations, which are the Expeditioners, their chroma gets locked into their bodies, so it can't go back to Eileen. So she's whereas Renoir's fighting a direct war, a 1v1 war with Eileen, or was anyway. Clea's method of fighting was a war of attrition, and slowly taking her mother's powers bit by bit. Because whenever one of her creations is destroyed, the chroma should go back to Eileen, but it can't, because she's frozen it, so she can't get to it anymore. And well, it turns out she's, she's doing the thing. I do feel like Clea and Eileen are kind of being the cruelest in their grief. I could say a lot about, Renoir, and, leaving his family to prioritize his wife. But, I feel like I can't really blame him for the way he's acting. I sure as fuck can blame Eileen and Clea for how they're acting, though. Eileen especially. But whereas Eileen has chosen to shun her family, completely stonewall them, and just kind of use escapism as a way to cope with her grief, Clea is outright bitter. She looked at her sister in her full burn victim glory. Like, face scarred from the fire, lost an eye, and went, "It's your fault Verso died. He gave his life to save you, and I both love and hate him for that." He wishes she would have died instead of her brother. And she, I think, is being the most outwardly callous. Because in her eyes, fuck the painting. Y'all want to blow it up, I'll help you blow it up, because fuck that thing. Like, it's like if Verso's like canvas can't be just left the way it is, then it doesn't deserve to be there at all. And like, fuck this family. Like, she is so just done with them. She is taken to distancing herself because she is just kind of disgusted with her entire family at the moment. No, she's the oldest. We've kind of pegged Verso dying. I'm gonna go, just because I think it's poetic, I'm gonna say that Verso died at 33. Because I think that that's neat, and the way he looked like he was in his late 20s, early 30s, so I think 33. I was gonna say no, he just looks like he's in his 30s, so I would say 33 is a good, I think it's a safe bet. And Clea's the oldest of the siblings. And so, for me, like, that was my thing. I was like, if she was also a teenager, I feel like I'd be a little bit more lenient. This bitch a grown-ass woman. Like, I think any, like, 30-plus-year-old with siblings understands, like, being prickly to your siblings. I can empathize with that. Sometimes our siblings are fucking stupid, okay? Like, sometimes your siblings do dumb shit. And, like, sometimes it makes you frustrated at them. And maybe you even didn't like your siblings growing up. I sure as fuck didn't. Well, I didn't, me and my sister, like, but I idolized my brother. But, like, I can definitely understand, like, thinking one sibling is your world and then kind of sort of not getting along with your other sibling during childhood. But I feel like there comes a time in your life as an adult that you've got to kind of sort of get the fuck over it. You're wondering if Verso died as a wee bairn? No. Verso, it's implied this is what Verso looked like when he died. Minus the grays. Because his hair turned white. And he tries to dye it, but his dye job's kind of shitty. So this is literally what Verso looked like at death. So, and he's got like the forehead wrinkles. He's got the forehead wrinkles, and he's got enough wrinkles, I feel like, that he was probably in his late 20s, early 30s. Which is why I like to say, oh, probably 33, because, you know, it would fit Expedition 33, you know, if he died at 33. I just like things to fit like that. Like 33 just seems like a fun number. And I think that it fits with the way he looks. You know what I mean? Either way, Clea's older than him. like Clea's, either way, Clea's, that would put Clea either in her early to mid 30s if they weren't, if this wasn't a back-to-back pregnancy. Like, either way, even at Verso's age, even if he's in his late 20s, like, I got over being a shitty sibling in my fucking I got over that shit. Like, I don't got time for that shit in my late 20s, early 30s. Nope. Reason why Verso and Miles' hair is gray is due to the fire. I was gonna say, doesn't Renoir also have, like, grays? But, you know, that does make sense. But Miles' hair is red in I was gonna say, like, the problem with that theory is Miles' hair is red. Yeah, I was gonna say, Alicia does not have gray hair outside of the painted world. Her hair is still red. So, I don't think that their hair turned white because they burned. In the flashback? No, in the flashback she has red hair. I literally just did it. Like, I literally just did it last stream. She had red hair. But, I think it might have something to do with Eileen's chroma, why their hair is white. I was gonna say, because, Verso mentions why early on. He said what happened was his hair was black. But a while after the fracture, his hair started turning white. So his hair was this color. But then Renoir came in, caused the fracture, and after the fracture, his hair turned white. It could be because of, like, you know, Eileen's chroma or whatever. Maybe if she, like, affects them a little bit more directly, their hair turns white. I'm not really sure. I wish that they would go more into the chroma colors, because I thought that, you know, the red petals signified, like, humans. But Miles' petals, whenever she recreated everyone, the red petals turned gold, which I assume is supposed to, you know, signify that she's shifting their chroma into a hue that she can better control. It's the same with Verso and Renoir, like their painted versions. A lot of the time the chroma associated with them is white. You assumed red is Renoir, white is Beatrice. But that doesn't make sense either, because I think that it's implied that Eileen created all of the people of Lumiere. Because Renoir said that the Gommage is about erasing Eileen's creations. And so, like, they poof in red petals. And you could say it's because it's Renoir using Gommage magic or whatever. But whenever painted Renoir killed Gustave, his chroma exploded into red petals. So I'm like, what does it mean? but what does it mean? I said you have a good theory. Yeah. Alrighty, Rain. Yeah, I feel bad that I came on a little bit later. I'm gonna try to fix my schedule. A little bit better. But we're just gonna be doing side shit anyway, so you won't miss much. Thanks for swinging in on my birthday. You have a good sleep. Yeah, I was gonna say, if I had to, like, specifically try and, like, make a guess as to what everyone's, like, chroma colors are, like, white being Alicia and red being Renoir does match aside from the Gustave scene. And then you have gold for Alicia, and then what I like to think, if I could find a flag, I could go outside, because I was collecting Pictos off screen, but I think blue might be Verso's chroma color, and purple might be Clea's. And I'll go into that once I find a flag, so I can, like, fly my happy ass over to something that I noticed.
Great.
Obviously, this is all speculation. I'm not saying that, oh, I'm so fucking smart, I figured it out or whatever, but, like, off of what I have seen,
Prepare for annihilation.
that seems to track.
Your turn to shine.
This and precision.
Ready to strike. Maximum damage.
Yeah, let me find a flag and I guess I could try to explain it. So, if this is Verso's canvas, he created this world, right? I've noticed that a lot of points that the canvas have been destroyed, they're veined in this light blue color. They're like, in Lumiere, like, everything is covered in this like black rock that has like bright blue veining. And if we were to go by like everybody is represented by a specific color, then it would make sense that where the world is fractured, unless it's been affected by someone else, it's veined, like it would be veined in their chroma color. And the world is veined in blue because Verso's color is blue and he created the world. On top of that, Esquia's nest has blue and purple flowers surrounding it. Oh god, I've got to find these freaking... I'm so bad at this. Esquia's nest is covered in blue and purple flowers. So that's the whole point of me thinking, oh, okay, so Clea and Verso's colors are purple and blue. But on top of that, while I was flying around, there's this one area where there are these giant Nevrons that are eating the world. And around where those Nevrons are, there's like a purple aura in the sky around them. And I think that's supposed to signify because there's a lot of Nevrons in that area that are like super huge.
Interesting.
The monsters around that area are like giving off purple chroma because they're just that big that we can see it. There's antifreeze. And so if I had to attribute a color to Clea and Verso, I think Clea's chroma color is purple and Verso's chroma color is blue. Also, I found the stupid revival river. I shouldn't say stupid. There's like a revival river for the Jestrals, and it is all blue. There's blue everywhere. The blue bells, blue everything. Like, and the Jestrals are literally his, like, his primary creations are the Jestrals, Verso's is. And so it would make sense that a place that Verso created, Jesus, CL, alright, is primarily blue. So that's my thing, but like I said, there are some discrepancies. Like obviously with the red and white petals, like I don't remember if this is how it happened, but I think when, like somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but when Renoir appeared, I feel like he had gold petals around him. He's also dressed in all gold.
Your turn to shine.
Like, also, I think that the tree that was red and white turned completely white. So, like, and then obviously when Gustave gets killed by Eileen's creation, he explodes into red petals. So, like, there's just fucking... there's not a lot of consistency with the chroma colors. So, if they're supposed to be representative of things, I might be missing the point here a little bit. The Eileen version or the real one? When we kicked Eileen from the canvas, I think the red and white tree in Lumiere turned white. They could be using more than one color, but specializing in one. Yeah, maybe. I was gonna say, that could definitely be a thing. I just wish that it was more apparent, since it feels like the colors are important, but when I try to very specifically attribute them to like one person, it's just, or like one theme, it doesn't really work. Like maybe blue is peaceful, purple isn't, but like purple is destructive because clay is super destructive and so are the Nevrons. But then that doesn't make sense because SKA's nest has blue and purple flowers. Like, yeah, I feel like didn't the tree, it went from a red and white tree to just whoosh, it whooshed into one color, but I don't remember what color it was. And I think it went from like red and white to just white.
Prepare for annihilation.
Oh, I went back to the beginning. Fuck. Hold on. Take me back. Wait, where's the way up? Try to help. Oh, fuck. I'm so lost. This is what happens when I get too deep into the lore chat. I have no idea where I'm going.
Your turn to shine.
Oh no. How do I get back up? That's where the journal was. Oh my god. Help. Back to my color statement, we could also argue that Eileen and Renoir are master painters, unlike Clay and Versa that use only one type of chroma.
What
True.
have we here?
True, we could argue that. But I feel like if that's the case, why is Alicia's color gold? You would think that she is the most inexperienced of all of the painters, and yet Renoir is decked out in gold. He's got a gold sweater vest, he's got, you know, he likes gold. So if we were to consider that, like, the chroma of a master painter or whatever, why does he, like, why is Alicia able to just bang out gold petals everywhere? A long way, I guess. Yeah. I was gonna say, also, shouldn't the entire world have gold inlaid in it? If Versa was the one who created it? I guess you could argue, since he made it when he was a boy, maybe the chroma would be a different color, but, like, I feel like, rather than it being, like, attributed to specific things, it would make more sense if the colors should be attributed to, or the chroma color should be attributed to either the person wielding it or a certain intent. But every single time I try to lean into anything, it doesn't make sense. Maybe it's not supposed to make sense. Maybe they just like petals of every color. Maybe they're supposed to like flowers. I'm trying really hard to find this. There's like a thing of dancing people and I want to find it. Like, it could be that the chroma is supposed to represent specific flowers and those specific flowers are supposed to, you know, like maybe the chroma colors are evocative of the petals that they're from. Like, if we were going by rose colors, I actually know quite a bit about roses and their meanings. I should just kill this fucker. But I'm not gonna.
Bliss and precision.
There we go. If I were to argue they were rose colors, actually that makes a lot of sense when I think about it. Red is supposed to be passion, obviously, love, passion. If Renoir is supposed to be attributed to these colors, or if anything with red chroma is supposed to be attributed with these colors, They would be things that are created purely out of love and a strong passion for something. That would explain why, with the Gamage, they
that will
explode into red colors, because even if they're being destroyed, they're being killed via kindness. They're being killed out of love. White. White roses are interesting because they are usually, they can denote innocence, but they're also used a lot in funerals. Since Eileen uses them a lot, maybe it could represent her being in mourning or her refusing to mourn properly. Blue, if like being attributed to a lot of Versus creations,
Prepare for annihilation.
could be interesting because if for some reason, oh Jesus, they could like explode into blue colors or whatever. So blue roses don't actually exist in nature. Obviously, we have gotten to a point where we can create blue roses. So every rose has like a positive and a negative meaning, and blue is a very interesting color for roses because the positive association of blue roses is miracles. You know, so whenever you give someone a blue rose in a positive manner, you're equating them to a miracle. It's a miracle that maybe you and that person have a relationship. Maybe it's just a miracle that they exist in your life or something. But it is supposed to just denote symbolically miracles. But the reverse of that is if in a negative connotation, blue roses are supposed to also symbolize futility. Or basically, like, you know, impossibility. Something that should not be.
Take your shot.
Man, bitch.
Yeah.
Die.
Finesse and precision.
And I think that that denotes the canvas very well here. Just because it's the same. I think that that fits with the canvas quite beautifully if we're supposed to be looking at it in rose colors. I don't know what the fuck gold roses symbolize because I've never seen a gold rose. You'd probably have to dip those. Yellow roses, I don't think that that's gonna work, positive or negative. Yellow roses signify friendship or a strong bond. And then the opposite connotation of a yellow rose, if you were to give it for a negative reason, it denotes jealousy, envy, things like that. So I don't think they're supposed to be yellow roses. I don't think they're supposed to be yellow rose petals. I definitely think they're supposed to be attributed to gold. But I don't know what the symbolism of a gold rose is because I've never seen one, and I've never thought to look up the symbolism of a gold rose because I didn't think they were things. Hello? Oh, it's a dead person. I thought that was an enemy.
Lovely.
Like it is, but I thought, purple is mystique. Enchantment. You would give a purple rose to somebody if you feel enchanted by them. But the negative connotation of a purple rose, it's kind of, it denotes things like manipulation. So I don't see, when I think about it that way, I'm like, maybe they weren't going with the rose meanings, or maybe they mean different things in French. Specifically, like I'm definitely using oh Jesus, CL now. Friendship can be Luna and CL. Yeah, maybe it could be the bonds that she shares with everybody in the canvas, and that's why she doesn't want to let them go, and that's why that's why, like, if they were going for yellow, maybe it is supposed to be a positive connotation. I think the thing about Clea is okay. Oh, nice. I don't know enough about Clea to kind of, I don't know enough about Clea to like even begin to understand like why, if they're going with purple roses, why that would be a thing. I've seen her for all of 5 seconds, and she's just been mean to her sister, and so I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know enough about her to really. Oh no, not auto death. No. CL, wait. CL, come back. Also, get that shit off of you. What did I just pick up? Alphabetical, please. Oh no. Oh, here it is, Bird Affinity. Here we are. So like, for me, I can't like confidently talk about it, but if you're asking, yeah, this I'm just getting flashbanged, it's fine. Yeah, if you need it's supposed to be, the positive connotation is enchantment. Feeling enchanted, by someone. Enchanted or intrigued. It's that type of
It's been a while
sentiment.
since I've been here.
Verso.
We used to ski here before the fracture.
I cry. That's just sad because that means that Verso like had time, like where he actually he spent time with, you know, Eileen and his family. I wonder if he had a childhood before Renoir came in and just exploded it. Oh, you know what? That actually makes sense. Because in Eileen's journal, she talks about that.
His little grin.
His little grin.
So proud of his latest creation. But at least those memories remain.
So now, Verso had a whole childhood with his mother. Oh, that makes this so much sadder. I didn't think I hit them. I was about to be very upset. I had to think about that because I was sitting there like, oh my god, I'm picturing this 38-year-old man just on a little toboggan sled with Madoka. Not saying that he couldn't. I definitely feel like he is comfortable enough in his masculinity that he's not gonna be, oh shit. No, you know. God, this takes too long.
Ready to strike.
First, it doesn't do enough damage.
Phantom strike.
Yeah, okay, I need to put Verso at the back so he can just eat up the experience.
Your turn to shine.
I just don't know how to use this motherfucker.
This and
In the post game, like once we get into the post game, I'll probably look up like Verso builds. Like proper ones, so that way I can stop like botching my use of this man. Wow. Now I'm wondering if there is like a meaning for gold roses. Because like there's obviously meaning in freaking blue ones. But like I'm not sure. Hello.
spill some ink.
Joy, luxury, opulence, and lasting love. Well, definitely fits.
Prepare for annihilation.
This thing is probably going to take...
Void takes everything.
I was gonna say, I think that that fits a lot better. Because, like I said, I feel like, a lot of... Maybe they are supposed to just be representative of rose petal colors. Or the chroma is supposed to be representative of, like, flower language. I love flower language. I grew up on a lot of shoujo manga, so rose languages and flower languages were like a big thing. Anytime you like open a shoujo manga and you see flowers all over the screen, a lot of the times they put those flowers there specifically, and those flowers have like are usually representative of the scene that they are trying to convey. Like, it's all very interesting stuff. So you know me, I'm a lore whore, so I really love like flower languages and stuff like that. It's all neat. It's all just neat stuff. And now I know something different, and that does make sense, because another thing that I was gonna say is that the Renoir, if you look at his suit, I'll show you guys after this. Now I'm starting to think that the flower petals are rose petals, and they are supposed to be indicative of like the language that they represent. We figured something out here, guys, together. We did it together. That's crazy.
You can't escape. Let's spill some ink.
This might kill.
Precision.
It killed, hell yeah. But yeah, if you look at Painted Renoir's suit, because this is another thing, he has it. He actually can wear Painted Renoir's suit. And if you look at it, if you look at the marbling in the suit, he's marbled like the monolith. And the monolith has like this gold veining on it. And so if we were to actually take that idea of joy, luxury, opulence, and lasting love, Renoir specifically, Painted Renoir, kind of sort of, he reflects that just as much as like this type of chroma being associated with Alicia does. Because he is an idealized version of the person that she like loves the most, or is in love with the most. I was gonna say, I wouldn't say loves the most. Obviously she loves her son the most, but she's not in love with her son. It's not that kind of story. But since it's an idealized portrait of the man that she is in love with, that idea of luxury and opulence specifically. Opulence is like, that is a very, like in excess is what that means. It's excessive. And it's the same with luxury. A lot of people associate like lust with just like a sexual obsession. But lust comes from the root word lushu, which is used for something like luxury. Luxury is like an excessive, like you do not, if you're surrounding yourself with luxuries, you are surrounding yourself with things that you don't need but you want it. like you desire these things. It doesn't have to be sexual. And that's where the word luxury comes from. Its root word comes from you lust after these things. And so painted Renoir being marbled in something that is supposed to represent that actually makes a lot of sense. All right, let's put the Baguette. It's called the Baguette Brigade, not the Lucy Brigade. This is a Kingdom Hearts.
Useful.
I was gonna say, I think we figured something out together, chat. Yeah. I think we figured out that the chroma colors are supposed, like, the reason why when the chroma like dissipates or whenever it's in its rawest form, they're flower petals. I think they're rose petals. And I think that, you know, it's supposed to be representative of those things in flower language. And obviously, that's just a theory, but you know, I like that. I like that. It fits, and it stops me from being annoyed that it doesn't fit. I feel like the only argument I would have is purple roses being attributed mostly to Clea, and what her chroma is being used for, because... or what her chroma is most being used for, which is the Nevrons, or, like, other things. Maybe it's supposed to be because we don't know a lot about Clea. Maybe, like, that mystique, that enchanting wonder that we're supposed to have is that we don't know much about her. We can only really, like, speculate a lot about Clea, but I don't know. Maybe we'll learn more later. There's a lot of post-game that I need to go through. Maybe we'll learn more about Clea in post-game. But I feel like that's literally the only thing I feel like can put a wrench in this, and even then, I really like that idea. You'll learn a bit more in this act, but yeah. Yeah, I really like that. I feel like the only reason why I thought about roses is because of my layout, so the layouts could... Sometimes I wonder if y'all would like the games better if I didn't make these elaborate layouts, but I don't know. I think they're neat. Also, my games aren't in the best quality piece, so I feel like the smaller screen size hides that a little bit. My computer is not, like, super great.
My turn.
I like the black with the plasma color. Yeah, I was gonna say, I also try to make them a little bit easier on the eyes, because I know a lot of games nowadays, the bloom. I went back and played Final Fantasy VII Remake before Rebirth. So, like, every 10 minutes I was getting flashbanged in that game, man. So I feel like minimizing in a game that, like, you know, might have a lot of bloom, I feel like that could help just a little bit. Not a bunch, but your eyes don't have to be exploded like mine. Yeah, I was gonna say, some games don't have, like, customization options like that. I was gonna say, I'm appreciative of, like, I was gonna say, whenever I played RE4 on here, you could customize everything. But not a lot of games, like, or, like, games are becoming better about it, obviously, but not every game is going to be, like, as fine-tuned as that, so...
Prepare for annihilation.
I like bloom in just to add mystery. I don't think we're gonna be able to do this turn 1. Actually, we might. Hold up. We can try.
Finesse and grace.
Yeah, no, there's no fucking way.
path.
I'm hoping I can, like, at least get rid of this dude on the side, please. Oh my god.
On me.
Does he not have painted power on? Oh my god. Why is everybody sucking at painted power? Send help.
Just try it.
No wonder he's not doing damage. I don't have.
Ready.
Do I just not have painted power on him? I scream every fucking day. Oh, okay. Thanks. I'll just...
That's got the path.
I hit square. Nobody saw that.
My turn.
Nobody saw that. No one. Not a one. Oh, you know.
Your existence ends now.
Alright, hang on. Verso, do you not have painted power on, sir? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P. Oh my god, I like walked right past it. I do have painted power on. Okay, no, so he's just struggling. I don't know. Okay, what's this way? A pétanque! I play piano for you. He didn't like it, chat. Send help. I don't even know where your little... Where's your nest? Oh, it's over there. Fuck. Where are we going? Oh, never mind.
Incoming.
Ow. 2 turns? Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to kill this thing. I don't do enough damage.
I can do it.
Hopefully.
Diary.
Nope.
Watch out.
Yeah, no, there's no fucking way.
Path.
I can try, but there's no fucking way.
The cards are spoken.
Oh fuck, I probably could have Fortune's Fury here. Yeah, I should have Fortune's Fury'd on my L. Because I was gonna say, maybe with Stendhal I could have done it. I could have done it, Father. Oh, I should have Fortune's Fury. Now I feel stupid. Yeah, no, there was no way. Bye, buddy. Oh, that sucks. I was gonna say no. If I doubled the damage, there's no way. Well, I tried. I'll come back to him. I know there's a Patonk here now. So I can come back and fight him later. I could have Fortune's Fury. I don't know why I didn't. I just kind of exploded. I kind of dropped the ball on that one. If there's a flag around here, I'll make a note
How
of...
could they do this to these trains?
Verso.
Yes. I still like trains.
We can be manly and like trains first, so it's okay. Poor Bean. So the iced heart, we need to come back and then go backwards for the baton. Oh shit. He got a lot of levels, oops. Well, now I know I can do this for a bit. Gonna get her crit to 100 and then I'm gonna put the rest in attack power. I need more speed. Give me more speed. Let me more speed. Those bastards, they won't give me any more speed. Fine. No, I can go. I'll put Vit because Vit scales well with Chadian. She's gonna be tanky, she's gonna be fast. And strong. God, I need to just look up Verso's weapons and like find his white whale. Duo Liso has been so good for him, but I feel like it's falling off a little bit with how I like to do things. I was like, my method of turn manipulation doesn't really require it anymore. So I kind of want something strong. Some big, beefy weapon. With beefy damage things. That is what I need for me. Chickens are asleep, so that means you can sleep too. Have a good one. Alrighty, Henry. But I didn't miss you there. Thanks for hanging in. Have a good one.
Well, well.
Die.
turn to shine.
Void, take everything.
Let's carve a path.
I don't know why I was thinking about it. Boop. Give me gradient or gives me down. I need like a good single target extreme
Okay.
thing for him.
Well, well.
I probably could have just energy tinted her. Since now I'm
Can't escape.
back where I want to be. Fuck.
Today,
No, I hate this combo. I'm so bad at it. Oh my god. I'm so bad at that combo. It's okay, it's dead this turn. Maybe.
let's play. Your turn to shine.
Fiery.
Oh my god. Okay, I thought it didn't die. I was gonna say, there's no way I did 1.8 million damage. Which, holy shit. And it didn't die. I was about to be a little salty. I was about to be a little upset. Like, how chunky are these things? Oh, I didn't rest. Oh, that's rough. Hold on. Never mind. I should probably... Oops. I didn't realize I didn't rest at the flag. Oopsies. Oh, I should have checked behind this thing. Oops. I didn't check behind it. Excuse me. Pardonnez-moi. There's nothing here. Oh, there's Chroma. There's Chroma over there. That better be a lot of Chroma, I'm just saying.
Finesse and precision.
Yeah, I'll use Baton Pass. Super effective.
Nice.
Not the dead Grandis. See, the humans I have, like, obviously there is a bit of upset when a human dies, right? Because they're the Lumirans. We feel bad for the Expeditioners, truly. But, like, they did nothing. Like, these are literally just the innocent creatures of, like, these are just innocent creatures, you know, made from the mind of a child. They don't deserve this shit. That'd be like taking Blue from Blue's Clues and just dragging its corpse along the ground. Like, don't do that to me. It's like, Blue didn't deserve this. Hallelujah. But I want to go that way. There's Lumina over there. Hello. An outfit for Verso and an outfit for Ciel. Sure. Ooh, hold on. You know, it's a little. That's just Sophie's outfit. Very nice. Hold on. Okay, I can't. Okay, I didn't know if we. I didn't know if I didn't know if I could fight him or not. Does not look like he wishes to fight me in Mortal Kombat.
Interesting.
We love Lumina in this house. Oh, that's a Mime. That's terrifying. I did, seeing that nope. I hate these things. Like, I'm not even, like, a person that's, like, scared of mimes. It's just the way they move that's, like, really unnerving to me.
I'm ready.
Like, I'm not one of those people who's like, I hate clowns. Like, he's just a little weird.
Ready.
The only thing I have that can break is frickin' Phantom Stars. Actually, I'm still trying to figure out how the break gauge works. Like, I get that you get it to the max and then there's like a 100% chance of breaking, but I feel like I've broken things before the bars hit the top. Please break, sir.
Precision.
Ready to strike.
Oh, I don't have a beast. Oh yeah, I do.
Here we go.
Well, well.
You know. Maybe it's a skill with a higher break value? Maybe, yeah. I was gonna say, I'm not sure how all of that works. Actually, let me look at everybody's high single target damage to random enemies, applies 1 4 per hit. Powerless, defenseless, and slow. I'll probably do that, but I have to get the gradient bar up a little higher for that, so Sealed Fate it is.
Look out.
Let's have a path.
Alright, that shit. Alright then. I need 4 for light holder.
Your existence ends now.
Don't worry. I'm here.
Well,
You can't escape.
oh. Not again, sir. I wish that Fortune's Fury was a moon thing, because I'm about to... Actually, I think I might attack just to stack these. Yeah, I'll attack this turn to get those bird stacks up. I guess I'll just Flurry Fury here. Break, you piece of shit. God.
Not impressed.
Yeah, I can. It's not broken yet, so it doesn't matter. Ugh. I'll mark it.
No tricks.
Break. I need you to break. One more. I'll Mezzo Forte, I guess. I won't grade it. I think that Verso can... If Verso doesn't get hit, he can get it next turn.
CL, incoming.
Please don't kill CL. She'll get revived Paradox. Just waiting for it to break. Sir, I don't think I have anything that can break on her. Nope. I'm gonna scream. Break, you piece of shit. You know what? Let's intervene on Verso.
Your turn to shine.
Let's cover path.
We'll attack. And then we'll Phantom Star. And hopefully this breaks. And then we can send all. Thank you, finally, kill hit. Stendhal. Jesus. 1.4 million damage. Turn manipulation is so good in this game. Oh my god. I haven't,
Nice.
like, I feel like I say that a lot, but like, I haven't had a game that has felt so satisfying to manipulate the turns in since Final Fantasy X. Like, not since Final Fantasy X have I had, like, this much fun manipulating the turn order. And I honestly think that that has to do with, not a lot of turn-based games have a timeline. Like, I was gonna say, a lot of tactics games do. Like, they have a timeline for, like, the enemies and stuff like that. But, it's been a while since I played a turn-based game that has, like, a proper timeline that, like, goes as far as this one does. Oh, is that, oh, this goes up. Hang on, what happens if I go down? on a mime foot. I just realized I don't think Minoka's ever been in battle with me with a mime. That would suck. Tactics or CRPG games do that, but most of the turn-based games often don't, yeah. It's probably because of this, is that, like, then the priority, if you have a timeline that you can study, a lot of that would come down to turn manipulation and manipulating the turn order. We're gonna get her crit to 100, and then we're coming up here and we're putting everything into might. Oh wait, hold on. Also, I didn't realize someone else. Oh, Minoka does. I am speed. I don't think anybody has anything that I need currently. Jeez. 38? Oh, that's right, because I respec'd her so I could get these up here. I was gonna say, why do you have 38? I don't know, I'm kind of happy with what I have. Last Chance. I feel like Last Chance, I could swap Mezzoforte for Last Chance, but I feel like I would need... I feel like I'd need more turn manipulation than I have to use that. I'm not sure. Like, it's like, I feel like Mezzoforte is a little less risky, because I'm not, like, really good at this game, so. Like, it could be good for a glass cannon build, but I'm not confident enough, nor do I have the ability to manipulate my turn order enough to utilize it safely. At present. Where am I? Whoa. Whoa. Oops. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Prepare for annihilation.
Mal's just flying. Was there anything else down here? Hold on. I saw the enemy and I didn't really look around. Nah, it just looked like it. Okay, just making sure. Whee!
Oh, this one is huge.
I see. Really? Somebody leveled up just from that? Oh, okay. Make me more strong. If I cannot have speed, I will have strength. Alright. Oh, I have the anti-freeze. Let me... I'm smart. She has it already, but let's put anti-freeze on our main party. Oh, shit. What? What do I even have on you? That's like... Oh, he has energizing turn. Okay. That'll do it. I can get rid of marking shots, but I don't know if that's gonna do anything. I'll give you 10 Lumina. That should be enough. I was gonna say, antifreeze better only be... It's 15? What the well, that was everything I had. I'll give everybody 5. I'll give everybody 5 Lumina. Fuck it. Leave me alone, sir. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Now he can add antifreeze. And so should everybody else, actually. Nobody saw that. Where the fuck's antifreeze? Do I not have it mastered? There it is. I can read. I promise. And just in case we end up in a Luna and Minoko situation. Oh my god. Go back up to the top. Thank you. Alright. Oh, hello, friend. Oh, I didn't... It's fine. You know, it's fine.
Void, take everything.
Incoming.
Ow. Oh my god. Sir.
Eyes up, Verso. Well, well.
You know, that could have gone better than it did.
On guard.
Do I just not have painted why does it cap at 99? I feel like I checked this. I'm gonna end up going back into the footage and seeing that I just completely glossed over checking it. That being said, what are these? Oh shit. I'm gonna scream. I've got one more. And then a Mezzo Forte. Oh, now he's heat.
Look out.
Okay.
Really glad I put on antifreeze because I fucking suck at this. Nobody's seeing this. What? Oh, he's one. I should get another turn, sir. I don't know what you're doing, but... Alright, so let's revive. Yell.
You can do better.
Thanks. Oh, and now because... okay, so he's ice, so I should be hitting fire. You know, if I hit these balls. break this thing. There we go.
Let's go the path.
Oh, he's ice. Fuck. Nobody saw that. It's fine.
Bring it on.
Oh, burn is not good. Burn's gonna be what it's supposed to be.
Your turn to shine.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Fiery.
Snowing. An anti-burn. Very nice.
Look, this never was made of eternal ice. That's why it was so tough. Let's take the eternal ice back to Minoko Station.
Yay. I almost fell. That would have put a wrench in things just a little bit. Alright. Well, for once our walking nuke was useless. That's rare. Also, hold on, that's right. No, hang on, before I forget. CL, do you not have painted power on? Hello? Oh, she doesn't. Wait. Elemento. HIJK Elemento. Painted power. She did not have it on. Oh my god. I was like, girl, I have been pumping you full of attack. Oh, why are your attacks capping? Oh my god. I've been using her as nothing but support for so long that when I tried to do, I forgot. You know, what happened was I was trying to level the instant death Picto, or auto death, which kills self on battle start. And so I had to reset her stuff so I could put second chance on her, because second chance is like 40 lumina. And I forgot to put painted power back on her while I was leveling that. That's fine. Okay. Alright, so let's take anti-freeze off of everyone. Except for CL, who has it as a Picto. And we'll put anti-burn on her. I might put anti-burn on everyone. Burn is so prominent in this, and it is so detrimental. There will be times where, like, I could have won, but then a burn takes me out, and it's just so frustrating. Like, a stun and a freeze has not burned me, no pun intended, like, anywhere close to,
Well, that will help.
anywhere close to what, like, burn has done for my booty hole. Okay, well, we did it. We got the Eternal Ice. I will have to come back later for that petanque, but I will. And, yeah. Let's go ahead, let's give the Grandis his Eternal Ice.
Son, here I come.
I think this is Minoko Station. That's not Minoko Station.
Flashing through the sky.
Where the...
Here we go.
just crashed into their little area here. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't find my way into the hole with the dancers. If we finish everything else on my list, I'll try to find the hole. If not, we can do it in the post game because I want to get all of the post game stuff done, like before we head to Lumiere. Have the Eternal Ice, a perfect specimen, no less. Getting this is not easily. I imagine not, the Nevrons here are quite lethal. Wonderful, wonderful. Let us craft the ultimate defense. My work is complete. Here, have a look. Ooh, pick those. We are obviously going to prioritize pictos that we do not have. I think I have these. These would just upgrade them, right? No. Yeah, no, I don't have these. Give me my weapons. Give me more lumina. Okay. May your swords be sharp and your wishes sharper, or your wits sharper steel. Oh. Alright, so that was, let's see, I had the Get Eternal Ice and Explore Frozen Hearts. Next on my list, I have Explore the Esoteric Ruins, which is near Old Lumiere. So let me rest, and let's fast travel to leaving. I want to leave. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Oh, I have food. Hell yeah. I got pasta. I was gonna say, actually, this seems like a nice place to chill. Quite literally. I was gonna say, let's go back to Minoko Station, just so we can, like, I can get you guys a good shot. Here, you guys can hang out with the Grandis for a little bit. And then I think I might grab myself something to eat. I haven't eaten since I got up, so I'm a little bit... Oh wait, yeah, no, I did. I had a smoothie. But my stomach's all out of whack because my sleep schedule has my stomach like, when are you eating? When is it food time? But I will let you guys enjoy this area. The music will come back in a second. I'm gonna heat up my food, I'm gonna eat it, and then I will come back. So you guys go ahead and get up and stretch and grab a drink and a snack. And I will be right back with some more Expedition 33 after I take a break. I've once again forgotten to run ads on that long break, so that way pre-show ads are running. Or pre-show ads are running, unfortunately. Oh wait, shit, hang on. The music is gonna act again for a second. Okay. What are we doing? Esoteric ruins. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's do that. Not again. Really? Every time I do this, it breaks my camera. If I fix one and it breaks the other. Let me see something. What if I remove it? Nope. I was gonna say, yeah, the only way to fix this is to literally start the stream and stop it. You know what? That's fine. I feel like we can just keep the rest of the stream on just Twitch. Just because I feel like I'm gonna be doing like a lot of side things. So that works out in my favor, actually. So for those of you who are on the YouTube stream, blame my camera, don't blame me. But we're gonna explore the esoteric ruins. We're gonna attempt to defeat Sprong, and we're gonna attempt to defeat the chromatic batonk. And I will let y'all know next stream how that all went. But otherwise, bye YouTube. I'll see you guys with more story stuff. Alright, I turned off the YouTube stream, I think. It said an error occurred, but there's errors everywhere. So let me stop streaming and start streaming again. Reset OBS, and then we'll come back with